Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago, Bears fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. Hold on to your hats because there's some serious buzz swirling around the NFC North, and it's all centered on a potential blockbuster move that could reshape the division's landscape. The Chicago Bears are reportedly eyeing DeForest Buckner from the Indianapolis Colts. That's right. The Bears, currently sitting at 6-7 and fighting to stay in the playoff hunt, are looking to bolster their interior defensive line. Imagine having a player of Buckner's caliber anchoring that front. It could be a game changer, and I know the fans are fired up just thinking about it. Let's break down why this is such a big deal. Buckner, for those of you who follow the league closely, is a proven difference maker. Over his career, he's accumulated 80 sacks, which is no small feat for a defensive tackle, along with over 500 tackles, including 340 solo stops and nearly 100 tackles for loss. He's relentless, and his presence on the field makes a difference. Not only that, but he's also racked up 95 tackles for loss, 140 quarterback hits, 13 forced fumbles, and even 6 interceptions. His PFF grade has consistently been over 87, which puts him among the top interior defenders in the league, and his overall value, AV, stands at a solid 75. Looking at his recent season, Buckner's been pretty consistent. In 2025, he played 14 games, racking up 5 sacks, 62 tackles, including 38 solo and 15 tackles for loss. He's also had 22 quarterback hits, 4 forced fumbles, and maintained a PFF grade of 85.7, further proof of his impact. His run defense grades are around 84, and his pass rush is at 82.6, which means he can hold his own against both the run and the pass. And here's an interesting stat. Buckner's EPA per snap is 16, which shows how much he helps reduce the offense's efficiency when he's on the field. Plus, he's had about 30 pressures per season, showing his consistent ability to get after the quarterback. Now, why would the Colts consider trading him? Well, Indianapolis is in a bit of a rebuild. They're currently sitting at 4-9 and focusing heavily on managing their cap space, which is around $5 million. The Colts are also trying to clear cap room to extend their young quarterback, Anthony Richardson, who's shown flashes of brilliance, but needs more protection and weapons around him. The team's been leaking points, allowing nearly 27 points per game, and there's skepticism about the cost of keeping a high-priced defensive tackle like Buckner, especially when they're prioritizing other areas like offensive line upgrades. Sources indicate that a deal might be on the horizon. The Colts could be looking to move Buckner for a couple of draft picks, specifically a second-rounder and a fourth-rounder, assets that could help them rebuild more effectively and free up cap space. From the Bears' perspective, this makes a lot of sense. They're in a window where they need to build a stout, disruptive defense that can carry them into the playoffs and beyond. Adding Buckner would be like bringing in a veteran anchor, someone who can instantly elevate the entire unit, similar to how Aaron Donald transformed the Rams' defense back in 2018, increasing their run stops by a staggering 16%. The Bears' defensive line has been decent this season, but what they really need is that dominant presence inside. A guy who can command double teams, collapse the pocket, and make life miserable for opposing quarterbacks. Buckner would do just that. His career stats speak volumes: 80 sacks and nearly 500 tackles, with a knack for creating chaos in the backfield. His ability to stuff the run is also crucial, especially considering Chicago's struggles against the rush, allowing 125 yards per game. His addition could bump that up significantly, leading to more third-and-long situations for opponents and less time for them to execute their plays. What's even more promising is how his presence could influence the entire defense. When Buckner is on the field, the Bears have seen a plus 14% increase in run stops, a huge boost for a team that's been average at best against the run. His ability to reduce EPA per rush from plus 0.11 to minus 0.7 is a clear sign that he can turn the tide. Plus, his impact on YAC, yards after contact, would help limit big plays, similar to what Metcalf did for the Seahawks in 2025, adding around plus 200 yards in total. but in a positive way for the defense. The emotional and strategic impact of bringing in Buckner cannot be overstated. A player like him would bring a veteran's leadership to a relatively young defensive front, and his relentless motor would energize the entire unit. The Bears, with their current roster, already display flashes of promise, but what they lack is consistency along the interior line. Buckner would change that, transforming the defense into a fearsome force that offenses would think twice about attacking. His presence would also elevate the pressure on opposing quarterbacks, leading to more sacks, more turnovers, and ultimately more victories. Now, let's talk about the playoff implications. The odds for the Bears making a deep run are currently at plus 150,000, but if they manage to land Buckner, those odds could shrink dramatically. His ability to generate 9 sacks in a season, as he's done before, coupled with his leadership and experience, would make the Bears a much more formidable team. The division is still winnable, and with a stronger defense, Chicago could push past its rivals, especially if they can maintain their offensive momentum led by Justin Fields and their young weapons. Of course, there's always some risk involved. The Colts are reportedly concerned about Buckner's durability, having only missed a single game due to a shoulder injury. But overall, he's been remarkably healthy and dependable. The potential downside would be whether he can adapt quickly to the Bears' scheme, and whether the Bears' front office can finalize the deal without giving up too much. But considering the current state of the team and their aspirations, the opportunity to land a player of Buckner's caliber is too tempting to ignore. Looking ahead, if the Bears do pull this off, it would send a message to the NFC North and the entire league that Chicago is serious about competing at the highest level. They're not just building for the future, they're trying to make a statement right now. A dominant interior presence like Buckner would be a cornerstone for years to come, reminiscent of the impact Tommy Harris once had during the Bears' victorious defenses of the 2000s. It would ignite the passion of the fans and give the team a much-needed boost heading into the final stretch of the season and into the playoffs. And let's not forget, Chicago's defense has been trending upward lately, but they still need that extra push to be truly elite. Buckner's addition could be that push, transforming the Bears into a team that's feared on every play. It's about creating a culture of toughness, relentless pursuit, and winning mentality, something that the Bears have been missing at times but could finally lock in with a player like Buckner leading the charge. The division race, the playoff push, and the chance for a deep postseason run all hinge on these kinds of moves, and Chicago fans should be excited about the possibilities. So, as we keep tabs on this story, remember that the NFL is always evolving, and the Bears are in the thick of it. They're looking to make a statement, and landing DeForest Buckner would be one of the most significant moves in recent franchise history. It's a bold move, but one that could pay off big time, helping the Bears reestablish themselves as a dominant force and giving their fans a lot to cheer about for years to come. The future is bright, and this potential trade could be the spark that ignites a new era of success for Chicago. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Chicago Bears news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Chicago Bears. Do you believe Buckner is the missing piece that can finally push this team over the edge? Are you excited about the potential impact he could have? Let us know. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news. The offseason is shaping up to be fascinating. And with moves like this, the Bears are certainly making a statement that they're here to compete now and in the future. Keep the faith, Bears fans, because the best is yet to come.